What are the best areas to buy inside of Austin, Texas? I get asked this question every single day by my clients, and my team's done $1.5 billion in transactions over the past few years. To give some context on how well I know Austin, Texas, and Greater Austin, Texas. And I'm gonna break down today for you on this video what are the main areas for home buyers, for luxury buyers, for first-time home buyers, for investors, the whole nine yards, to your complete overview of what Austin, Texas has to offer you as a whole for all demographics. Make sure you stay to the end, make sure you can watch your segment. Each part of this will be broken down based on different income levels and skill levels and desires and so forth. So, without further ado, let's kind of jump into this big breakdown. I love using Google Earth because right now I can't show you properties from my laptop around the world here in Austin. So, this is an overall map of Greater Austin, Texas. In our first segment, I'm going to break down would be investors, since those are kind of easy to talk about, much more quick and in depth. So when you are investing in Austin, Texas, what a lot of people do not tell you, especially agents, because they want you to buy more houses, is that in Austin, Texas, you're not buying for cash flow if you are an investor. Can you get those? Of course you can. But you're mostly buying for appreciation. Austin's appreciation is off the charts. It's one of the top cities in America for appreciation rate. If you looked at 2021, we had like a 100+% appreciation rate. It was insane. But right now, on average, you probably see around 10 to 16%, give or take, appreciation rate per year. So in Austin, you're definitely buying for that. And you still also can find good deals that cash flow if you make the right offer on the property and find the right deal. But they're all like a needle in the haystack. I recently saved one of my clients over $373,000. Yes, you heard that right. $373,000 on the house was 1.2, bought for 800K, or a little more than 800K, and that's why they wanted to could lease out that property and have a huge cash flow because we got such a big discount. But those deals do not always happen. For us, my clients on average will probably save around $79,200 working with us when buying a house. And our sellers normally make an extra $82,500 per transaction they do. But the range for our clients is around 5 to 6 figures working with us. So they'll either make or save working with us. So in Austin, Texas, you can see here, we have a nice fancy map. This is downtown. If you're buying here, this is like the old 2 area, the east side of Austin. You'll mostly be buying for high appreciation rate. We know in this area here that it's being, unless we don't like saying it, gentrified pretty heavily. So we know in the coming months and years, we'll see even higher appreciation rate in this marketplace. I have a house right now in this neighborhood here, in this location, that is around $900,000. And it's a nice brand new home. And those kind of homes are popping up more and more every single day in this area. If you're buying over here in like Terrytown area in Clarksville, you will see more of opportunity to have a higher end neighborhoods, high appreciation rate, and more stable investments. So this is for our investors. But what I tell my clients to do, instead of buying Austin, unless you really want to be in Austin for your investments, is you want to actually buy in secondary markets. A secondary market is obviously, as it sounds, is the market outside of a main market. So for us, Austin, Texas is a main market here in Central Texas. And buying in places like Round Rock, Georgetown, Hutto, Leander, Cedar Park, Jonestown, all these cities that are outside of Austin, even like Buda and Kyle, also works as well. I think Butte is actually super underrated because it's so close to Austin. Same for Pflugerville and Round Rock. If we can be close to the main primary market as an investor, that gives you the opportunity to buy before it becomes Austin. So you're able to buy at Round Rock prices and still capitalize on cash flow. Because in these markets, you have huge cash flow, less appreciation rate compared to Austin for now. But if you wait 5, 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be even higher. So you're buying an amazing opportunity in that regards. Like I just made an offer yesterday for some clients of mine in Round Rock, and they will probably see 109% ROI within the first 3 to 6 months. So we're buying super undervalued on an investment triplex property, and we'll then use that to rehab it, make it better, refinance, and pull out over 150K in the first 3 to 6 months for them. So like this is why I like these markets here, because there's so much opportunity in these locations, like Manor and so forth. Now, not every city is created equally though, because like Daffin and Homebuyers and like New Sweden and Sal, all these places here, they are a secondary market, but not as desirable. You want to find places that have obviously good school districts. You want to find places that have good jobs and opportunities and they're safe, which is what I personally favor as investors to do Pflugerville, Round Rock, Georgetown, Huddle, Leander, Cedar Park, Manor, Buda, Kyle, if you want to go a little further, even San Marcos, even kind of way further, are the main cities to do outside of Austin, Texas. So this is like my rule of thumb for investing in Greater Austin. And also, the same thing counts for single family and multifamily. If you're doing like RV parks, like I got a house, I did an RV park in 2025 in the beginning of the year, there was 99 units. That was like 2-3 hours away from Austin. So find those kind of opportunities in Greater Austin will be harder. So based on your class you're looking for, it will change that first segment of what you're looking at in terms of the city you're in. So this is going to be broken down for the investors. So you have Round Rock, you have Manor, and so forth. If I'm now looking, I'm going to go from like lowest kind of like affordability homes to highest affordability homes in this video moving forward. So next big one gonna be more affordable homes for people who are first-time home buyers or just starting off in the careers or had a house before but want to downsize to something smaller for life happens. In this area, it's kind of the same thing when it comes to investors. You want to find places in the secondary market if you can. So places like Buda is a great location because it's really growing. It's super affordable still. It has nice houses, new construction homes. List goes on. So Buda is a great location if you're trying to be a first-time home buyer and still be close to Austin. Because like from Buda to Austin, like you have a pretty close breakdown of far you are from the city. So I did it from location, from Austin, Texas. You only have, right now, it is 8 in the morning, a 20-minute car drive. Super close. You can get there relatively fast during traffic peak hours, maybe 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how bad it is and what time it is. So you have a pretty good benchmark here. And Buda spans pretty far up north as well. So you have even more opportunities in that regards. So this is going to be for the first-time home buyers like Buda. You have other areas as well, like Pflugerville and Round Rock and Georgetown, Cedar Park, Manor, Daffin, actually, even more affordable homes as well. So all these secondary markets are really good for that regards. If you're like, hey, Jordan, that sounds great, but I want to stay in Austin, Texas, what can I do in that regards? If you want to stay in Austin, some really good locations going to be obviously on the edge of Austin to find more affordable homes. So if you're in Austin, close to downtown, home prices will increase more and more. So if I'm looking at like Austin, like South Manchaca is a great location because these homes are more affordable, safe neighborhood, more suburban as well. Same for places like Shady Hollow to some degree, and also even like Legend Oaks, which is a little further up than Circle C. So those places here on the south side is really good to do. There are also some affordable homes on East Austin. East Austin had a lot of affordable homes as well. On the far east side, that are going to be another opportunity for you. And then, of course, if you go super far north, in between like Pflugerville and Round Rock, in between Austin, there's some good spots as well. Not obviously in the domain, because the domains be more expensive in that regards. So it's going to be like a benchmark for those locations there. It's going to be the surrounding cities, South Austin and East Austin, the two main hubs. East Austin will be more affordable than South Austin for you for various different reasons, but it's how you look at it from that regards. And then if you are now on the next category, people who have been at a career for a while, maybe you make six figures, you have a growing family, you have more disposable income, and you want to upgrade, maybe you have equity already in your current house, you can then move from those surrounding locations into the next spot, which I think will be for us kind of the middle ground of Austin. This gives you more opportunities. So you can live kind of closer to downtown. I would say, not exactly the old Fort area, but you could probably make it walk and swing, which is going to be Barton Hills in this location here. All these places are going to be nice, more luxury homes. You have some new builds, not a whole lot. It's just like done by a corporation or a flipper. And it's going to span all around all these major places. You can see tons of homes already being built in these areas. So this is a good location for that. If you are also looking to be in South Austin, a little further up, you have this as well by St. Edwards. A lot of nice homes in this area too. And also still super safe and family friendly if you meet near downtown. Another spot that a lot of my clients like and love who are in that next stage of their life is in like Circle C area, which is more downhill. Kind of by Manchaca a little bit and like South Lifetime Fitness down here. Shady Hollow is a good location. All these new builds as well. And then of course you have Westlake, which is another big part of that too. When it comes down to our next stage of the life, these homes will be more expensive. The ranges for this location will probably be from $4 to $2 million for $400,000 in the low end. If you get super lucky, on average around $700,000 for this area in Westlake Hills. Lakeway is kind of the same exact way, from a little bit further. And then of course you have Standard Ranch and a lot of little new build communities as well in that same pocket that range from $6 to $1.4 million in Bee Cave as well. So West Austin as a whole, downtown South Austin, the main as well, which is up north, are your big main pockets. If you're looking for being in the area that is more a next stepping stone for your life and your stage what you're looking for, family friendly, super conservative, great locations, close to downtown, a lot of different areas as well. So this is our first three. We broke down investors. Investors will be all around the major cities, around Austin, same for first-time home buyers. Our next stage of people who are going to be on that next career in their life, looking for a family or a better home, which is going to be the Westlake area, the Barton Creeks, the Standard Ranch, the Bee Caves, the downtown South Austin, kind of by Barton Hills, our next big point. And again, if you want to have more context on this and have a whole breakdown tailored for you, down below, book a few calls with me and my team to help you get the best results when buying or selling a house here in Greater Austin, Texas. Again, my team's done $1.5 billion in transactions over the past 3 years. I'm one of the top 1% agents in all of America and also the TV show host of the so-called American Dream, which is on HGTV, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and more. We get to showcase all buyers and sellers on the show to get them more results and better deals, whether it's buying or selling. So you want to have more exclusive look on that, reach out down below, link in the description to have that access to you. Also the first pinned comment as well down below. And then the last category of people are going to be people who are the higher income earners, people who are doing entrepreneurs or in big tech or CEO or salespeople, or people who have generational wealth even too. The list kind of goes on. This will be our next big point, our final point on this regards. In that regards, you have lots of different pockets of what you're looking for when it comes to being in Austin, Texas. Now, when it comes down to location, of course, you have downtown Austin. There are some people who enjoy being in condos. I like condos as well. I had a penthouse for a while, and we loved it. And for us, you have the Australian, you have the Jenga building, you have Riverside. There are a lot of amazing high-end luxury apartment complexes they can do for luxury living. If you're buying, it's going to be, obviously ranging from 1 to 5 to maybe even like $8 million for the condos downtown. If you're leasing, it's going to be around $5,000 to $20,000 per month, depending on what you're looking for. On the same front, if we go down to Terrytown's on this side over here, it'll also be more expensive for you as well, more luxury. This is all Terrytown here, which is some of the most exclusive homes and more of the established families here in Austin, Texas. There's also a little small pocket as well that can be Pemberton Heights, which is going to be another big part of Terrytown that's even more high-end, more luxury homes. What I love about Terrytown is going to be that a lot of the homes are like more of the classical Austin. It's like the homes have been around for a while, lots of them have been upgraded, and they're super high-end, and it even has like a little real fire still as the lights in the front of the house. A next big part as well for people who are going to be in that next area is obviously on the river. Find homes here for sale can sometimes be a trick, but there are always all homes right now for sale. Let's see one house right now on the river, it's over $25 million. So you can kind of give you an idea what these homes look like for you here. So this will be all on the river. You have tons of homes for sale every so often on either side. And then our next big point that a lot of people like would be, of course, also Barton Hills area, which is another big part of the luxury market. And then Rollingwood, another big exclusive part that people actually don't know a lot about. Have a lot of nice upgraded homes, around 3,000 to 5,000+ square feet, if not way larger. And of course, also the same price point as before, $1+ million to $5 to $10 million. We have Westlake Hills, another big part of going to be the higher end homes in Austin because we're so close to downtown. Davenport is a really high end home area. There are some places over there that range from $10 to $20 million in that regards. And then of course you do have some nice homes as well in the hills. You have some nice homes in Spicewood. You have some nice homes in Lakeway itself. And those are going to be our main points when it comes down to luxury markets. But on that point, though, that's really depends on what are you looking for? Are you looking for a family-friendly place? Are you looking for exclusivity? Are you looking for being next to certain gyms and restaurants? That will also dictate a lot on where you live. If it's downtown Austin, if it's Barton Hills, if it's Westlake, if it's the Lost Creek, Barton Creek area, the hills, and so forth. So all these different things can get a good idea on what we're looking for. And then if you also on the luxury market a little bit further, you can also go down to places like Wembley as well, with the homes down there are like on acres of land for a couple $1 million, but you're getting more like bang for your buck in that regard. So like there was a much bigger demographic in that regards when it comes to them. So for a quick recap for those watching this video still, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, tag your friends down below, and give me a nice comment what you want to know more about. But as I'll recap, for those trying to do investing, I would highly suggest doing secondary markets like Pflugerville, and Georgetown, and Round Rock, and Buda, all these surrounding areas that are close to Austin, has a strong job market, good school systems, super friendly, in areas that you would live in yourself as a rule of thumb. And you will be buying for those locations there in terms of having the opportunity to get cash flow and also appreciation now and long term as well. Like for Round Rock, for example, it's around 9.65% appreciation rate over the past decade. So it's pretty strong and healthy. It's one of the top markets actually in America still. For those who are first-time home buyers, same exact context. I also would probably want to buy in places outside of Austin if you can. If you work online remotely, even better. You can go as far as like Marble Falls and Burnett and Liberty Hills and Leander and Georgetown and Dripping Springs and Wimberley, even like all these places there are even more affordable than homes in Austin, but still had a pretty good appreciation rate and have more, land size and so forth. If you want to stay in the Austin area as a first-time home buyer, doing the South Austin by the Manchac and the Buda and up north before you get to Pflugerville, also good locations for you too. On the next point is going to be for people who are now moving up from that next first-time home buyers to having a growing family and having a higher career point. You have obviously going to be the South Austin by the Circle C areas, parts of Barnum Hills. You have parts of Lakeway over here, Lago Vista, Steiner Ranch is a great location for a lot of my clients who are in that next stage in their life. And those also in the domain. So this is our next big point for us there. And then the last one for those who are in the higher echelon luxury clientele, which a lot of clients are also in that point. Going to be our downtown Austin, our Terrytowns, Pimson Heights, Westlake Hills, Davenport, and of course some areas of Lakeway, and also our Barnum Hills area. So this is all kind of our main different points we have across greater Austin, Texas. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I love, obviously, talking about real estate. It's all I do 24/7, every single day, as one of the top agents in all of Texas, in America, but of course, also here in Austin, Texas as a whole. If you want more help, more context, private showings, off-market deals, down below, book a free call with me and my team to help you the best results of buying or selling real estate here in Austin. I've saved clients up to $373,000 before in the past, and made one client over $152,000 before when selling the house within 2 days. And we've broken records when buying and selling pretty much every single time up to a 5-mile radius in Greater Austin, Texas. So thanks for watching. Down below, if you have any questions, ask them down below. Book a free call with me and my team, and I'll see you at the top. Thanks for watching. Have the best day yet, and thanks for being here.